Good morning. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I just finished a workout. I am on workout 99 out of 100 for the, what was I doing? Oh, the Morning Meltdown 100 through Beachbody. So tomorrow will be my official last day. I'm so proud of myself. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Um, this morning I wanted to talk to you guys about my program, of course, that I'm offering. October 12th is the first date. We're going to meet Tuesdays, 6 p.m. on Zoom. I will be hosting it. Hey, baby, good morning. Um, I am accepting payment plans because I know this is like coming up pretty quickly, and so I want to give people the option to get their seats in and still be able to attend. And so I am accepting payment plans. It's going to be 8 weeks long. You're going to get me for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm going to try to keep it to an hour and a half because I know people have other things going on in their lives. Good morning. Congrats on passing your board, sir. I saw your post. So about an hour and a half each Tuesday evening. I'm going to teach you guys all the techniques that have helped me get to where I am, because I know so many people want to be either, whether it's a CRNA, RN, whatever it is you want to be in life, you need to change whatever mental patterns are breaking you and holding you back from getting there. Oh no, are you not feeling well? So you can book a discovery call with me, book it in my profile. I can tell you more about the program, the pricing, all of that, but I hope y'all will join me. I'm only limiting it to 10 participants for this beta course. So if you want to see, hop on in. It's for men and women. So you're shy. Yeah, right. It's for men and women, so guys, don't feel like you can't join. You are welcome. It's a safe space, so come on in. But I wanted to share a story today about, most of you know, if you've been following me for a while, that my mother passed away my junior year of nursing school. And I never really talk about it. Like, I have made posts about it, but I've never really shared the story kind of how things happened. So right after I graduated from high school in 1998, I know I look so young, but I mean, I am young, right? Youth is in what you feel. But I graduated high school in 1998, and I was set to go to Campbell University in Boys Creek, North Carolina, which I guess it's amazing now, but back then there was nothing there. But my mother had kind of chosen the school for me, and so I was just like, whatever. Like, at that phase in my life, I was so busy chasing boys and just really seeking the attention from men that I lacked at home. Not because I didn't have a father figure, because I definitely did, but I had some deep abandonment wounds and issues, but I didn't realize it then. So I was very much focused on boys. Academically, 4.0, whatever, school was easy, but it was boys. So my mother actually applied to college for me. So graduate high school, I'm doing my thing the summer before college, and my mother comes in one day, I think it was 2 weeks after I graduated high school, and she was like, I have cancer. And we were all sort of like, what? And she was like, yeah, it's stage 4. The doctors, they want to do a surgery on me because they think that they can still save me, so it'll be fine. I'm 18, I'm into boys, and she made it seem like I'll be fine, it's nothing to worry about, you're still gonna go away to college, don't you worry. So I didn't worry. I started dating this other guy, went away to college, and when I went away to college, my mother lost her eyesight. She had retinal holes all of a sudden. This is 1998, so there's no retinal surgery like there is now. So she was completely blind, diagnosed, what do you call it? I just had a brain fart. Legally blind. So she could no longer work. She was an LPN. Not that she was really going to work anyway because she was going through chemo and radiation at that time. But she was sick. She was sick, and she led us to believe that she wasn't as sick as she was. And me not having any medical background other than my CNA stuff, I really didn't realize just how sick she was. And I think, especially as African Americans, we really do a disservice to our families and ourselves when we don't say what we need. So my mother brushed it off as if everything was fine and still wanted us to live our lives, which we did, but she also needed like love and support and family to let her know that we loved her and we cared for her and we would take care of her. But I went on to nursing school, and I remember the day because it was September, and this is the month of September, so that's why I was like, maybe I should share this with you guys. I had visited with my mother the week before. She was staying at my brother's house down in North Carolina, and she was really bad off by then. She was like kind of in and out of sleep, and she still recognized us, but it was a week before she died that I realized she was dying. And I know that may sound so weird, but it was like, you guys know the stages of grief, right? And mind you, by now I'm only 20 years old. So it took me realizing, this was the conversation her and I had. I said to her, so I was at my brother's house, right? My brother had left for a little while, so I was at my brother's house with just me and my mom. And she was laying in the bed, and my brother had a pot roast in the oven. And so I was like, Mom, how am I supposed to know when this pot roast is done? And she told me, you'll know when the juices run clear. And I don't know why that all of a sudden triggered me, but that's when I realized I can never ask my mother anything after this. Like, she is dying. And I just started bawling, like hysterically crying. And she's laying there in bed. She can't really do anything. She's on hospice by now. And she's sort of like, what's wrong? Don't cry. And I think that's why for so long she didn't want to break us down, but it's such a disservice to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be able to break down. We need to have safe spaces where we can share and we can cry, and nobody's gonna judge us. Like, even now talking about it, I'm getting a little emotional, and that's okay. Like, it's okay. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to cry, especially as African Americans. But we have been told for so many years, don't you cry. Don't ever let them see you cry. Be strong. And yes, be strong, but strength is also in letting that grief out. You can't get any stronger if you're holding on to dead weight. And that is the thing that I really have learned, I think, in this past year and a half, really, with what that's out in this world. I don't want to say it because then Instagram will block this post, but it's so important for us to have a safe space. And I didn't realize that at 20 years old. I didn't realize that at 30 years old. I mean, hell, I'm 41 now, and I'm just realizing it. And my mother passed away the next week, and I'll never forget it because I had a med-surg test. Now, mind you, I'm in nursing school at A&T at this point. And so I had a med-surg exam, and I heard the phone ring. We had cell phones, but you didn't turn your cell phone on until after 7 p.m. back then, right? So I heard the cordless phone ringing, and it was like 6 a.m. It was real early. And I picked it up, and it was my sister-in-law. And she was like, your mom died. And I think I cried for like a little, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And I was like, I have an exam this morning. Like, that was like my next thought. And Yes, I know I made her proud by going and taking that exam that morning. And I made like a 94. But I did myself such a disservice by not honoring my feelings and allowing myself to grieve. I didn't know I was going to cry this morning, but apparently I needed to. So, for all my academic people out there, and I know most of you are, because most of you want to be a nurse, want to be a CRNA, whatever it is you want to be in life, you can do it. I mean, I'm living proof that you can do it. But don't do it and have the burdens of life still weighing you down and you don't have a safe space to let it out. And like, most of you have been following me for a couple years now, and you know, like, I've been doing lives and I wrote my book, and I've been, like, a lot of you have asked me for mentoring and coaching, and I wanted to do it, but I just didn't know how I could do it without it being CRNA focused. Like, I want this to be for everyone. So whether you want to be a CRNA or not, you can still join me in this space that I'm creating for you. And if you have those wounds, if you have the childhood wounds, the loss, the abandonment, the grief that you've never been able to let go, then that is why I'm creating this space for you. And so, goodness Lord, I'm glad I'm not snotting. At least it's only tears. Yeah, it's rough, and you know, I know that society tells us, especially as nurses, like, I can remember when 9/11 happened, I had clinical. So you got planes crashing into buildings falling, this major tragedy has happened, and we have clinical, and the clinical instructor is like, and like, you still have to show up. And yes, we still have to show up, but can we talk about it? Can we talk about what we're feeling? Can we talk about the destruction we just saw live on television when these airplanes flew into these buildings? And why can't we talk about it? You know, like, we can talk about it, y'all. I'm here to tell you we can talk about it. We can talk about it. We can cry about it. We can laugh about it. We can do whatever we need to do about it in order to bring it up to the surface and let it out. Because holding it all down inside of us and gotta keep going, gotta keep showing up, gotta go to clinical, gotta go to work. You keep stuffing that down, it is going to grow and fester like a ugly pimple deep inside of you. And I don't want to see that, because I see what it did to me for so long and how it stifled me. And so that's why I want you guys to know that is why I'm creating this for you. So yes, always maintain your space first. Love yourself, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Like, if I used to say it, and of course I knew that it was true, but this pandemic has really shown, if nothing else, especially for nurses, you have to take care of yourself first. You cannot take care of others if you are broke down, hurting, seeing all this trauma, and don't have a space to let it out. So, yes, PJ, I love you. PJ's been rocking with me since, like, I think the first time I ever turned on live. I remember I think it was like 2019, and I remember like turning on the live and just kind of sitting there being like, hi, Cause I didn't even know like what to say. So, um, book a free discovery call with me. I don't want this to sound salesy because it's really not supposed to sound salesy at all. Like, but I want to help you guys. I want to help you get to your next level. And so many of us have trauma and grief and all these negative beliefs inside our heads that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you don't have enough time, you don't have the resources, like you can't do it. Let's get past all of those. So I gotta go eat breakfast because I actually have a discovery call at 9 and I haven't even showered or eaten yet. But I just want to hop on here and just share that with you guys because I've never really talked about it. I talked about my brother's death a few videos ago, and that used to hit me so hard because his was like, we woke up one morning and boom, he just never made it home from work. So my mother's death, yeah, 21 years ago, and I miss her dearly, but I talk to her every day now, every day, and I feel a presence from her now more so than I ever did, I think, even growing up, because she was a workaholic. She took care of the family, you know, she put everybody else in front of her, and now I feel her spirit. And so I just, I hope that this message is received by who it's supposed to be received. And I look forward to getting to know more about you guys who want my coaching and help. And I hope y'all have a fantastic Wednesday. And I'm okay. Like, that was not tears of sadness. That was stuff that needed to come out. And instead of ending the live and crying in the corner, I let it come out. And that's okay. So I hope you guys have an amazing Wednesday, though. I'm going to go and shower and eat. And I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow, probably. Okay.